and the development of the party and the country. Second, the CPC has tempered itself through revolution and grown stronger. After 10 years of full and rigorous party self-governance, we have addressed the problem of lax and weak self-governance in party organizations at the root and removed serious hidden dangers in the party, the country, and the military. The party has maintained a closer bond with the people and has made profound improvements. It is of major and far-reaching significance to ensure that the party will never change its nature, its conviction, or its character, and ensure that the party remains the strong leadership of socialism with Chinese characteristics. Third, the goal of building a moderately prosperous society in all respects is met. In the past decade, we implemented the new development's philosophy, pursued high-quality development, deepened supply-side structural reform, and sped up the building of a new pattern of development. We won the battle against poverty, which historically resolved the problem of absolute poverty, and completed the building of a moderately prosperous society in all respects on schedule, which ushered in a new era of comprehensive economic and social progress that has never been seen in the history of the Chinese nation and has benefited the entire population. It has laid a more solid material foundation for the achievement of the second centenary goal and the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. Fourth, the ability to safeguard national security is strengthened. In the past decade, we implemented a holistic approach to national security, ensured both development and security, and improved the national security system. We have not yielded any ground on matters of principle and effectively handled the provocative and disruptive attempts of the hostile forces on Taiwan, Hong Kong, Tibet, Xinjiang, and the South China Sea. We have defended the national sovereignty, security, and development interests with firm determination and comprehensively strengthened national security. Fifth, China's international standing is significantly advanced. In the past decade, we fully advanced major country diplomacy with Chinese characteristics, promoted the building of a community with a shared future for mankind, firmly upheld international fairness and justice, and advocated true multilateralism. We opposed hegemonism and power politics, unswervingly opposed unilateralism, protectionism, and bullying practices, and taken an active part in the reform and building of the global governance system. China's international influence, appeal, and power to shape have risen markedly. Sixth, China's institutional strengths are more significant. In the past decade, we have comprehensively deepened reform with enormous political courage and removed institutional obstacles in all areas. This has enabled us to put in place fundamental institutional frameworks and to achieve historic, systemic, and holistic transformations in many fields. The system of socialism with Chinese characteristics has become more mature and well-defined, and China's system capacity for governance has been further modernized, providing a more complete institutional guarantee for the long-term stability of the party and the country, and for the rejuvenation of the Chinese nation. The great changes cannot be made without the strong leadership of the CPC Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core and the united and relentless efforts of the whole party, military, and people. They have come from the collective dedication and hard work of our party and our people. They will be remembered as a glorious chapter in the history. Thank you very much. Next, I'll give the floor to Mr. Sun Yeli.
Friends from press, good morning. The report to the party's 20th National Congress is a political manifesto. It features great vision, rich contents, and a profound system. It crystallizes the party's innovations in theories and practices since the party's 18th National Congress. It also provides us with the scientific guidance in further making innovations in theories and practices. I would like to focus on the chapter of a new frontier in adapting Marxism to the Chinese context and the needs of the times in the report. The second chapter of the report is dedicated to Marxism. Marxism is our fundamental guidance in running the country, but we are not confined to the lines in Marxism, but rather we've been adapting Marxism to the Chinese context. Since the 18th Party Congress, Chinese communists, represented by Comrade Xi Jinping, profoundly grasped the new developments in domestic and international situations in searching for theoretical and practical solutions to the key issues related to the development of the party and the country. And these are crystallized in the Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics. This represents the quintessence of Marxism in China, Marxism in the 21st century, and define Chinese traditional culture. At the 19th National Congress of the Party and the 6th Plenary Session of the 19th Central Committee, the main contents of the thought was summarized, and we need to keep to it and bring it to new height. And this report further expounds on what we have learned in upholding and developing Marxism. Specifically, we need to focus on two integrations. That is, the integration of Marxism with the Chinese context and with the fine traditional Chinese culture. I shall say a few more words about the two integrations. First, integrate Marxism with China's specific realities. Our party has all along stressed and upheld this. This is a most valuable experience in the party's history during the past century, and it has led us from success to success. During the new democratic revolution, we have explored the path of Chinese revolution based on China's realities, namely the countryside encircling the cities. After the founding of the new China, we have explored the new path of socialist development in keeping with China's realities. Back in 1950s, Comrade Mao Zedong wrote an essay entitled On 10 Relationships. And after the reform and development, we developed a whole system of theories of socialism with Chinese characteristics. All these are examples of combining the basic tenets of Marxism with the changing realities in China. During the history of our party, there were cases of deviation from China's realities, rigidly memorizing lines of classics or copying foreign experiences, and that has caused major setbacks in the development of the country. That is why, in the report, General Secretary Xi Jinping stressed that we should not take Marxism as a rigid dogma, but instead we need to free our minds, seek truth from facts, move with times, and take a realistic and pragmatic approach. Secondly, we need to integrate Marxism with China's fine traditional culture. At the assembly celebrating the centenary of the party, General Secretary Xi has already put forward this important view, and the report this time further expounded on this. This is another major innovation in terms of theory by our party. As a matter of fact, our system, our path, and the lines and principles of the party embody the fine traditional Chinese culture, but in terms of theory, this hasn't been specified before. This is the first time that General Secretary Xi has set out this integration. It summarizes our history and it reflects the laws of development of our course, and it provides the guidance for our theoretical development in the years ahead. It also represents a new height in the thinking of Chinese communists as well as our cultural confidence. It has therefore deep and profound basis. When Marxism was introduced into China, why it was able to be chosen by the Chinese people? This is no coincidence. A key reason is that the scientific socialism is highly compatible with the fine traditional Chinese culture. In adapting Marxism with Chinese context and the needs of our times, we are able to revitalize the time-honored Chinese civilization with the power of Marxism. At the same time, China's fine traditional culture has also enriched Marxism. That is why we say the adapted Marxism to the Chinese context reflects China's vision and Chinese character, and this second integration will enable us to more closely combine our party's theories with the over 5,000 years of history of the Chinese civilization. It will also help us to realize that this Marxism will take deep root in the heart of the people. This report also expounds on the 6 upholds, namely upholding people-centeredness, self-confidence and standing on our own feet, upholding fundamental principles and breaking new ground, upholding people-oriented approach, applying systems thinking and adopting a global vision. And all of these reflect the characteristics and features of the scientific thought. And it also reflects General Secretary Xi Jinping's deep love for the people and CPC's courage to break new ground in theories and our commitment to a global vision. And in learning the report, we need to keep to these basic points. This is my opening remarks. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sun Yeli. Next, Mr. Mu Hong, you have the floor.
Friends from the press, good morning. I'd like to brief you on the strategic planning on advancing high-quality development in the report. The report pointed out that to build a modern socialist country in all respects, we must first and foremost pursue high-quality development. Development is the party's top priority in governing and rejuvenating China. Pursuing high-quality development as our overarching task will make sure that our implementation of the strategy to expand domestic demand is integrated with our efforts to deepen supply-side structural reform. Will boost the dynamism and reliability of the domestic economy while engaging at a higher level in the global economy and move faster to build a modernized economy. Will raise total factor productivity, make China's industrial supply chains more resilient and secure, and promote integrated urban-rural development and coordinated regional development so as to effectively upgrade and appropriately expand China's economic output. To study the spirit of the report, we must understand why high-quality development is the first and foremost task for building a modern socialist country, and why is it a defining feature of the Chinese modernization. Since the reform opening up, development has been viewed as the basis and key to addressing all issues. From development is of paramount importance to development, and to it is the party's top priority to govern and rejuvenate China. From the scientific outlook on development to the new development philosophy, the party's understanding of development has been advancing with the trend of the times and further progressing with new and enriched substances. In the new era, as we have identified, the principal contradiction facing Chinese society is the one between unbalanced and adequate development and the people's ever-growing needs for a better life. The quality of development has been put under the spotlight for embodying most of the problems in development. To build a modern socialist country in all respects, we must uphold a people-centered development approach, shift development pattern, turn to innovation-driven, and promote reform in quality, efficiency, and driving force, so as to improve the quality and level of development. The CPC Central Committee noted that applying the node development philosophy and advancing high-quality development is a profound reform affecting the overall picture of modernization. The GDP growth rate could not serve as the sole yardstick of success for development. Rather, it was imperative to achieve high-quality development in which innovation is the primary driver, coordination is an indigenous trait, eco-friendly growth prevails, openness to the world is the only way, and shared growth is the ultimate goal. That is why the report this time has put development quality in a more prominent position, and the requirement for high-quality development could be seen in economic, social, cultural, environment, and all other aspects. Since the party's 18th National Congress, the CPC Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core has made a host of major judgments and strategic plans. The fifth plenum of the 18th CPC Central Committee put forward a new philosophy of innovative, coordinated, green, open, and shared development. The 19th CPC National Congress pointed out that China's economy has been transitioning from a phase of rapid growth to a stage of high-quality development. And the fifth plenum of the 19th CPC Central Committee noted to foster a new pattern of development in which domestic circulation as the mainstay and domestic and international circulations reinforcing each other. In the past decade, China's economic, technological, and overall national strength have reached new heights. China's position as the world's second-largest economy has been further consolidated. The per capita GDP increased to 81,000 yuan. The ratio of social investment in R&D to GDP increased from 1.91% in 2012 to 2.44% in 2021. The ranking in Global Innovation Index rose from the 34th to the 11th. The urbanization rate rose from 53.1% to 64.7%. The gap between urban and rural residents' per capita disposable income fell from 2.88 to 1 to 2.5 to 1. The life expectancy increased to 78.2 years. The middle-income group gradually expanded, and nearly 100 million rural population have been lifted out of poverty. China has built the world's largest education system, social security system, healthcare system. Ecological and environment protection have also undergone historic, transformative, and overall changes. Risks of all forms have been diffused. China's development quality has been gradually improved. The report to the party's 20th National Congress puts high-quality development as the first and foremost task for building a modern socialist country, which further testifies to the overarching and long-term significance of development quality. The report has also set out the following strategic plans for advancing high-quality development. First, accelerate the building of a new pattern of development. We will uphold the strategic base point of expanding domestic demand, deepen supply-side structural reform, accelerate the building of a unified national market, and facilitate the full flow of various production factors. We'll modernize the industrial system, enhance the resilience and security level of the industrial supply chains, deeply involved in global industrial distribution and cooperation, and foster a new pattern of development with domestic and international circulations reinforcing each other. Second, stay committed to the strategy of innovation-driven development. will improve the new system for mobilizing resources nationwide to boost China's strength in strategic science and technology and achieve breakthroughs in core technologies in key fields. Will promote economic and social development with greater technological self-reliance and strength, and leverage the role of innovation to improve the quality and efficiency of the real economy. Will also improve the innovation system involving multiple actors across various levels. Third, build a high-standard socialist market economy. Will stick to the reform direction of the socialist market economy, unswervingly consolidate and develop the public sector, and unswervingly encourage, support, and guide the development of the non-public sector. Will work to see that the market plays the decisive role in resource allocation, and that the government better plays its role and inspire and protect the enthusiasm and creativity of all parties in promoting socialist modernization. Fourth, advance rural revitalization across the board. Will pursue integrated development of urban and rural areas and facilitate the flows of production factors between them. Will steadily promote the revitalization of businesses, talent, culture, ecosystems, and organizations in the countryside, and the modernization of agriculture and rural areas. Fifth, promote coordinated regional development. Will implement major regional strategies and complement the strength of the developed and less developed regions, the East, Central, West, and Northeast regions for shared development, so as to pursue solid progress toward common prosperity. Sixth, promote high-standard opening up. Will leverage the strength of China's enormous market, attract global resources and factors, promote high-quality Belt and Road cooperation, for better quality and higher level of international circulation. Will steadily expand institutional opening up and establish an open economy that is diverse, balanced, secure, and efficient, and brings benefit to all. On high-quality development, important plans have been made at the party's 20th National Congress. We must gain a full understanding of the report and act on the requirements for high-quality development in our work on all fronts. Amidst the current complex situation, some people in China and abroad have expressed their concerns on China's future development, and I think the targeted and future-oriented strategic measures in the report this year will help to remove doubts and reinforce their confidence. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next, I'll invite Mr. Chen Yixin.
Dear friends from the press, good morning. Let me talk about exercising law-based governance on all fronts and advancing the rule of law in China. The report, the 20th CPC National Congress has for the first time made plans for the rule of law as a major section at a Congress of Party delegates. This fully shows that the CPC Central Committee, with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core, attaches great importance to exercising law-based governance on all fronts. Politically, this further demonstrates that our party is fully determined to promoting the rule of law. It shows that our party is not only a party with the courage for revolution and reform and wisdom for development, but also a party convicted in, committed to, and acts to build the rule of law. It is a political manifesto of our party in upholding law-based governance on all fronts. From a theoretical point of view, it further enriches and develops Xi Jinping's thought on the rule of law, deepens the understanding of the laws of the CPC's law-based governance, the laws of developing socialist rule of law, and those of the human culture for the rule of law. It is a programmatic document for our party to establish China as a country under the rule of law. In terms of the practice, it further expands the plan of action of our party and country in the new era. It shows that exercising law-based governance on all fronts is taking an increasingly important position. It is a key method of our party in state governance. As to the role, overall requirement, and key tasks of building the rule of law, the report has also laid out a general plan. There are 5 parts to it. First is to stick to the general guideline, which is the overall requirements for building the rule of law in the new era. The report clearly states the role in the general plan of work of exercising law-based governance on all fronts and sets out the overall requirements for this field of work. This is the very foundation for our endeavor. We must stay guided by the Xi Jinping thought on the rule of law, take as our overarching goal to develop a Chinese system of socialist rule of law and establish China as a socialist country under the rule of law. Stick to the unity of the party's leadership, running of the country by the people, and law-based governance, and stay unswervingly on the path of socialist rule of law with Chinese characteristics to make steady and sustained progress in advancing the rule of law in China in the new era. Second, it lays out the standards for the rule of law, which is to improve the socialist legal system with Chinese characteristics, with the constitution at its core. The law is the foremost standard and rule for state governance. Building a Chinese system of socialist rule of law, we must give top priority to legislation so that it can play its leading role. We strengthen our legislation in the key emerging and foreign-related areas, make laws in a well-conceived, democratic way in accordance with the law, to make the legislative system more systematic, holistic, and coordinated and responsive, so that our good legislation can promote development and good governance. Third, it asks us to stay focused on the key tasks, which is to promote law-based government administration. Building a law-based government is a key task, a major part of comprehensively advancing law-based governance. Only when the government takes the lead in discharging its duties and handling affairs in accordance with the law can the country run on the tracks of the rule of law. We must deepen the reform of administrative law enforcement, promote strict procedure-based, impartial and civil law enforcement, enhance oversight mechanisms and capacity, and comprehensively enhance the rule of law across the government so that we can produce a great result. And fourth, we need to focus on the critical part of building the rule of law, which is strict and impartial administration of justice. An impartial judiciary is the last line of defense for social fairness and justice. We should deepen the comprehensive and integrated reform of the judicial system, fully and faithfully enforce judicial accountability, ensure well-regulated exercise of judicial powers, and improve the systems and mechanisms overseeing judicial activities. We should build an impartial, highly effective, and authoritative socialist judicial system so that the people can feel that justice is served in every case. Fifth, the report asks us to strengthen the foundation for the rule of law, which is to establish the rule of law throughout society. A society based on the rule of law is the foundation on which we can build a country under the rule of law. We need to make sure that the entire population truly revere, readily observe the rule of law. This is a long-term foundational project. We need to champion the socialist rule of law spirit, carry forward the fine legal culture of the Chinese nation, carry out awareness campaigns, encourage leading officials to play their exemplary role, and promote the in-depth understanding of the citizen thought on the rule of law, so that the whole society respects, learns, observes, and applies the law. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chen. Now, please, Mr. Tang.
Friends from the press, good morning. I shall focus on the party building as expounded in the report. To build a socialist modern country in all respects and achieve great national rejuvenation, the party plays a pivotal role. Full and vigorous self-governance of the party is critically important. The CPC is the mainstay in leading us building socialism with Chinese characteristics. It is the most reliable force for the whole nation, and the party leadership is the biggest advantage of the socialist system with Chinese characteristics. To accomplish the tasks and missions of the party in the new era, we must categorically uphold and strengthen the party's full leadership, advance the party building in the new era. The report to the 20th Party Congress has summarized why we have succeeded, analyzed the situations we now face, identified the main tasks and goals, as well as policy measures. It fully demonstrates this overall requirement. In the report, there is a dedicated chapter entitled Exercising Full and Rigorous Self-Governance and Advancing the Great New Project of the Party Building in the New Era. It stresses that we need to uphold and strengthen centralized and unified leadership of the Party Central Committee, continue to enhance cohesion and forge the party's soul with the thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics in the new era, continue to improve the party's systems and regulations for its self-reform, continue to cultivate officials capable of shouldering the mission of national rejuvenation, continue to enhance the party's political and organizational functions, and continue to take strict steps to improve the party conduct and enforce party discipline, and win the tough and protracted battle against corruption. I believe there are four important highlights. The first one is self-reform of the party. Self-reform is a defining character of the party. It is how the party will avoid the historical rise and fall cycle. The report epitomizes the party's courage to conduct self-reform, take on issues and challenges head-on. It stresses that party self-reform is an ongoing process. It also sets out tasks and measures for the party to purify, improve, reform, and improve itself. The second highlight is about strengthening the whole system for strict self-governance of the party. Full and rigorous self-governance has been the defining theme since the party's 18th National Congress. The core is strengthening party's leadership. The essence is about full and rigorous self-governance. The report this time has put forward the overall requirements for the party building in the new era, and we will act on them to advance the party's self-governance in the new era. The third highlight is about the party's political building. As stressed in the report, strengthening the unified and centralized leadership of the Party Central Committee is the most fundamental principle. It highlights the critical importance of continued strengthening of the party building on our way forward. And fourth highlight is about strengthening party's self-governance in terms of thinking and the system. The report has underscored the importance of strengthening party members' ideals and convictions. The party's self-governance is to be improved by updating systems, strengthening regulations, and the purpose is to let the party members be guided by the overall thinking and general systems and regulations of the party building. The 20th National Congress report has put together views and propositions of various sectors. The party constitution has been approved to undergo certain amendments, and revise the party's constitution fully represents the latest outcomes of adapting Marxism to the Chinese context and the needs of times. It fully shows the new thoughts, new ideas, and new strategies of the Central Party Committee since the 19th Party Congress. Therefore, I believe the paragraphs and articulation of the report about the party building shall be combined with the party constitution when we take a closer look at the words and expressions.
Good morning. Let me share my understanding about the report on exercising full and rigorous party self-governance, maintain a rigorous approach to improve party conduct. The report demonstrates the political principle of sticking to the party's centralized unified leadership, enhancing party awareness, and carrying out the party's transformation to steer social transformation. At the 15th part of the report, it states that our party has a pivotal role in building China into a modern socialist country in all respects and advancing rejuvenation of the Chinese nation on all fronts. The 100-year-old party, as the largest Marxist governing party in the world, we must always stay alert and determined to tackle the special challenges that a large party like ours face. We must maintain our solidarity and unity, our advanced nature and purity, and always be a rock-solid piece of steel. The report demands that all of us in the party must bear in mind that full and vigorous self-governance is an unceasing endeavor, and self-reform is a journey to which there is no end. We must never slacken our efforts, maintain a rigorous approach, and always sound the bugle in fighting corruption. First of all, we should strengthen political oversight by upholding the centralized unified leadership of the party. The party's leadership is a defining feature of socialism with Chinese characteristics, and upholding the party's centralized unified leadership is the foremost political principle. The report stresses that the party's leadership is comprehensive, systematic, and integrated. It must be implemented in a comprehensive, systematic, and integrated way. Therefore, we must stick to and strengthen the party's centralized unified leadership and make it as our top political task, and to make political oversight concrete, targeted, and regular. to ensure that the whole party acquire a deeper understanding of the decisive significance of the two establishes, stick to the two upholds, and ensure the whole party is highly aligned with the CPC Central Committee in terms of political stance, orientation, principles, and path. We should have a firm grasp of the missions and tasks of the party in the new era and on this new journey, and make sure that the important thoughts, views, and strategies and measures proposed at the 20th National Congress are effectively implemented. Second, we should boost the party's ability to purify itself and also the system for its self-reform. The party has laid out the strategic thoughts for self-reform of the party and strengthens the institutional support. We must stay committed to institutional rules-based governance of the party, improve the inter-party system of laws and regulations, and enhance their authority and execution, and form a mechanism that can uphold truth, correct errors, uncover problems, and remedy failings. We should stress the system under the leadership of the party, which has total coverage, authoritative, and highly effective. Refine the system for oversight of powers and keep it in check, focus on inter-party oversight, and promote coordination of various sorts of oversight so that power is exercised in broad daylight. Third, we must stay committed to the principle of rigorous self-governance to improve party conduct. In this new era, the rigorous self-governance is started with introduction and implementation of the 8-point decision on improving party conduct. In the past 10 years, we have handled 761,000 cases of violation of this decision, punishing 683,000 officials violating these rules. In the report, it is said that good conduct is critical to the survival of a governing party. We must tighten the bonds between the party and the masses. Party officials should conduct in-depth research and studies to immerse themselves in hard work, take concrete measures, and deliver solid outcomes. We must steadfastly implement the Central Party leadership's 8-point decision on improving conduct, tackle the 4 malfeasances, especially formalities and bureaucratism, make all-round efforts to establish party discipline. Party officials should be strict about themselves, fulfill their responsibilities, and exercise strict management within their jurisdictions. Each fraction of party discipline must be strictly investigated and handled without mercy. And fourth, we must win the battle, the tough and protracted battle against corruption. Corruption is the biggest cancer. Fighting corruption is the most thorough kind of self-reform. Since the 18th CPC National Congress, General Secretary Xi Jinping has led the whole party in carrying out an unprecedented campaign against corruption. These 10 years, we have realized the reshaping of the leadership system, organizational structure, workforce, responsibility system, and the enforcement system of disciplines and laws on countering corruption. We have achieved an overwhelming victory and consolidated the success. The report says that as long as the breeding grounds and conditions for corruption still exist, we must keep sounding the bugle and never rest. We must maintain high pressure, take steps to ensure that officials not have the audacity, opportunity, and desire to become corrupt, prevent leading officials from acting for any interest group or power group, take firm action to swat flies or low-ranking officials whose misconduct directly affect people's lives, and strengthen regulation over the exercise of power to prevent the spread of corruption and secure more institutional achievements and greater efficiency in fighting corruption. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Wang. Now the floor is open for questions. Please raise your questions and also identify your media agency.
好，请中区第2排这位女记者。
I'm with People's Daily. Why are the changes in the past 10 years called Great Transformation? What is the way to understand the significance of the Great
这个
Transformation?
问题请江金泉同志回答。
Mr. Jiang, please.
感谢记者的问题。
Thank you for your
这个问
question.
题前面呢，我刚才已经讲过。发布会里
Earlier,
面
I said in my opening remarks that the great transformation in the 10 years of the new era are all-dimensional, foundational, and
其
structural.
影响
Their significance is far-reaching and historic.
所以我们称之为
Therefore,
伟大
they
变
are
革。
called great
10
transformations.
年来，
In the past
我们
10
面临的
years,
风
we
险、
have
挑
faced a
战、
host of challenges
矛盾问题之
and
多，
risks, problems,
正本清
and
源，
difficulties.
至难
The
驱邪
heavy
任
task
务之
of
重，
charting the right course, coping with
困难-
disturbances
困难
and
攻坚，
hostile movements,
轻
tackling
驱万丈孤脊，
difficult
难度之大，
challenges and removing
世所罕
stubborn
见，
problems.
实
The
所罕见，
immensity of the job is rare
变
in
革
history and the
来之不
world,
易。
and the transformations have not come by
我
easily.
呢有这么几点体会。第一啊
These are my
伟大变革
understanding about
是在
this.
解
First of
决
all, the
党
great
内土制
transformations are achieved
矛
in
盾中实
solving
现
the
的。
prominent problems within
10 年
the
来
party. In the past 10
党中
years,
央
the CPC
坚
Central
定不移
Committee has
加
been
强党的全面
committed
领
to
导，
strengthening the
推
overall
进
leadership
全
of
面
the
从严治
party,
党，
promoting
堡
full
垒
and
解
rigorous
决落实
self-governance
党的
and
领导
tackling the
弱
weakening,
化、疏化、
obscuring and
淡化问题，
diluting of parties'
持之以
leadership.
恒的
We
纠治
have
四风，
made consistent efforts
坚
to
决惩
tackle
治
the
腐
four
败，
malfeasances,
清除了党内政
tackle
治隐患，
corruption, and
消
thereby
除了
removing the
党将
political
党将
pitfalls
不
in
党
the
的隐忧，
party that threaten the existence of the
党的
party.
领导
The
更
party's
加坚强
leadership
有
has
力，
become more
党
robust.
内政治生态焕然
Political
一新，
ecosystem in the
为
party
实
is
现伟大变革
renewed,
提供了根本
providing
的
the
政治保
fundamental
障。
political guarantee for realizing the
第
great
二呢，
transformation.
伟大变
Second,
革
these
是在
transformations
解
are
决经济社会发展
achieved
土质
in
矛盾中实现
addressing
的。
the outstanding issues in
面对
socioeconomic
经济社会
development.
长期积累的矛
In
盾
the face of
和国内外
the problems built
形
up
势
over a
变化
long period of
产生
time
的
and
一
new
系列新矛
changes
盾，
in
包
domestic
括
and international
一些西方国
situations,
家掀起的
including
经济、科技脱钩这样的浊浪。
economic and technological
党
decoupling
中央和习近平
initiated
总
by
书
some
记
Western
提
countries.
出了
The
一
CPC
系列
Central
新思
Committee
想、
and General Secretary
新
Xi
战略、
Jinping has
新
put
理
forward
念、新举措，
a host of new thoughts,
特别是
ideas, and
提
measures,
出了习近
especially
平贯彻的新发展理念，
the new development
推动构
philosophy
建新发展格局
and，the creation of a new development
既有
pattern.
效地应对了
We have
需求收
effectively
束、
coped with the triple pressure
供给冲
of
供
shrinking
给冲击、
demand, supply shocks,
预期
and
转弱
weakening
三重压力，
expectation,
又为我国的
and
长期稳
laid
定
a
发
good
展、
foundation
安
for
全发
China's
展
sustained
奠
and
定了基础。
steady development and security.
第三呢，
Third,
伟大变
these
革
transformations
是
are
在应对
realized
外部
in
风险挑战中实现的。
tackling external
这
risks
10
and
年
challenges.
面对
In the
国际
past
局
10
势
years, we have faced
急剧变化，
drastic changes in international
面对外部的
situations,
讹
external
诈、
blackmailing,
遏制、封
containment,
锁、极限打
blockade,
压。
and maximum pressure.
以习近
The
平同志
CPC
为核
Central
心的党
Committee
中
with
央，
Comrade Xi Jinping at
领导
its
全国
core
人
has
民，
led the whole
保持
country
战
in
略战略
maintaining
定
our
力，
strategic
发
posture,
扬斗争精神，
championing a fighting
不信邪，
spirit. We are not
不怕
swayed
鬼，
by
不
fallacies
怕压，
and
针
not,
锋
we
相
are
对，进行坚决斗
deterred
争，
or intimidated
有力维
or
护了
cowed
国
by
家尊严
pressure.
和核
We have
心利益，
met difficulties head
牢牢
on,
掌握了我国
effectively
发展
safeguard
和
national
安全的主动
dignity
权。
and core interest, and taken our development security
从
in
这
our
3个方面来看
own
呢，
hands.
新时代10年的伟大
So
变革，
these
那不
great
是轻轻松松
transformations
得来的，
did not come
是在战胜各种
easily.
风险
They
挑战，
are achieved
甚至是惊
in
涛骇浪
fighting
中
off
得来的，
various risks and challenges,
是
and
全党、
even in
全
stormy
国人民
weathers.
团结奋
It
斗、
is the
坚决
collective
斗争的结果。
dedication and
报告
determined
做出
fight
一个
of the
判
whole
一
party,
个论断，
country, and nation.
就是新时代10年的伟大变革啊，
The
具有
great
里程碑意义，
transformations
是吧？
produce milestone
那么呢，我的理解
significance,
啊，
according
这
to
个
the
里程碑
report.
意义可以从
I
5个方
believe
面来
we
理解
can
它。
understand this from 5 aspects. First of
一是
all,
锻造了民
they
族
led
复兴伟业
to
的
a
坚强
strong
领导核心。
leadership of core for the
我们
rejuvenation
党
of
取
the
得了2个
nation.
权力这一重大的政治成果，
We have achieved
找到了
the
自
most
我革
important
命
political
这一
outcome
翘
of the
楚
two
迷思，
establishes,
治难新
and
山
found
周期率。
self-reform as the second answer
第二
to
个
the
档案，
question of how to escape the
我们
historical
党
cycle of rise
更加
and
坚强
fall.
有
The
力，
party is
更加
stronger,
团结
more
统一，
robust,
更
more
加充满生机活力。
unified, and
这
has
是
greater
我们有了
solidarity.
领导
It is
力量，
also more
更坚强
vibrant
的领导力
and
量。
dynamic.
二是推动中华民族伟大复兴
The Chinese
进入了
nation
不
has
可逆转的历
entered
史进程。
an irreversible historical
如其前面建
transformation.
设
We
小康社
have
会，
completed building
打
of
赢脱贫
moderately
攻坚战，
prosperous society
把
in
中
all
国
respects
特色
on
社会主义
time
事业
and won the
推进
battle
到
against
全面建设
poverty,
社会主义
taking
现代化强
embarking
国
on
的
the
一
new
个新
journey
征
of
程，
building a modern
是
socialist
实现
country in
中华
all
民族伟大复
respects,
兴具备了更为
laying
完善的
down the
制度保证、
institutional
更为
guarantee
坚实的物质
and
基础，
material foundation for
更
the
为
great
主动的
rejuvenation of the
精神力
Chinese
量。
nation and encouraging people to be
三
more
是
proactive in their
使中国人
mindset.
民
Third, the
更加
Chinese
自信
people are more、
自立、自
confident
强。
and
民族精神
self-reliant.
新时代的历史
The
性成就，
historic
发生的
achievements
历史
and
性变革，
transformations
极大地
have
增强了
greatly
中国人民的
boosted
四个
the
自信，
four confidences of the Chinese
前进动
people.
力更
They
加
are
强
more
大，
motivated to
奋斗精
march
神
ahead.
更加昂
They are
扬，
more
以身
invigorated
信念
and
更
more
加坚定，
determined to succeed.
焕发出更为强烈
They
的
increasingly
理智自觉
taking the
和主动精神
initiative.。
现在中国人
In their
民是
endeavors,
自信自
the
强，
Chinese people are
平
now
视世
showing
界，
greater confidence, seeing themselves as equals
创
as
造
anyone in
新
the
的历史
world.
伟业的
They are
志气、
braver and more
武器、底
self-insured
气更加充
in
盈。
writing a new splendid chapter in history.
四是为世界
Fourth, we
和平与
have
发展
injected
注入了
great
强大的正能量。
positive energy for world peace and development.
10年来
Over the past 10
中国
years,
在全
China
球
has
经
been
济增长的
contributing
贡献
to
率
global growth
严
at
正
an average rate
30%左
of
右，
30%.
贡献了
We have
70%的
contributed to
全球
70% of the
减
global
贫奋恶。
reduction of poverty.
一带一路构建人类命运共
Vision
同
of
体
building
理
a
念得
community
到了
with
国
a
际社
shared
会的
future for mankind
广
has
泛赞
won
扬。
widespread acclaim.
一带一路的公共产品
Public
为
goods
全
such
球
as
发
the
展
Belt and
提
Road
供了
Initiative
强
has
大动
provided
力。
strong impetus for global
中国式
development.
现代化
Chinese
创造了人类文明新
modernization
新
has
形态，
created a new form of human
所有这些
civilization,
对
and
全球发展
all
轨
of
迹
this has
都产生
produced
了
a
重
great
大影响。
impact on the global development landscape.
五是彰显了
And fifth,
马克思主义的
We have
强大生命力
demonstrated。the great
习近
vitality
平
of
新时代
Marxism.
中国
Xi
特色社会
Jinping's
主义
thought
思
on
想
socialism with
是
Chinese
当代中国马克思
characteristics
主义
is
21
part
世
of
纪马克思主义。
Marxism of contemporary China and of
新时代
21st
10年的
century.
伟大变革，
The great
充分彰
transformations
显了
over the past
这一
10
科
years
学
have
理论的
fully shown
真理理量和实践为例，
the correctness
极大地增强了中
and
国
the
共产党
timelessness of
和
this
中国
great
人民
theory. It
坚持和
strengthens
发
our
展
confidence
中
as
国
a
特色社
party
会主义
and
的
a
信心，
nation to stick to
也极大地增
socialism
强了
with
世界
Chinese
人民，
characteristics, and
特别
strengthens
是发展中国家人民
the country
对中
peoples
国模
around the
式、
country
对社会主义制度、
in
社
China's
会主义运动
way
的信心。
of development and China's
谢谢。
system and path of development. Thank
请
you.
继续提问。请东区第二排左侧这位记者。
你好，我是日本周立新闻社的。20的报告
I'm
提
with
出
Asahi
的中国式
Shinbun.
现代化，我们认为
The
是
report
贵
says
国
there
未来
will
方
be
向的
Chinese
关键词。
modernization, and we believe it's a key word in China's future direction. What is its
报告还
core
指出，
significance?
中国
It
式
also
现
said
代化
Chinese
为人类实现
modernization
现代化
provides a
提
new
供了新的
option
选
for
择。
human
这是否意味着
for the
贵国
modernization of
有
a
意
human
向
community?
把
Does
自
it
己
mean
的发
China
展
will
模式
export its
出口到
development
国外？谢谢。
models?
这个问题，请孙业礼先生回答。
I'll invite Mr. Sun Yeli to take your
谢
question.
谢这位记者朋友的提问。
Thank you very much.
你能够关注到中国式现代化这个关键词啊，说
Your
明你对
question
我
is
们的报
about
告做
the
了很
term
认真的
Chinese
研究。
modernization.
实现现代化是世界各国
I
人
believe
民
you
的共同
must
的追求，
have read the report
但各
thoroughly
国现代化
and
的
in
道
great
路
depth.
不尽相同，
Modernization is the
世界
shared
上没
pursuit
有
of people of all countries.
放之四海而皆准的现
Given
代
the
化模式，
differences in the modernization
也不
path
存
of
在
various countries, one
一
should
一
be
分的
regarded.
现代化标准。
None should be
那
regarded
中
as
国
the only choice, nor
是
should
现代
there
化
be a
既有
one-size-fits-all
各国
standard
现
or
代化
model
的
for
共
modernization.
同特征，
China's
更
modernization
有
has the
基于
common
自己
feature
国情的中国特色。
of the one in other
我
countries, but
们
at the
称
same
为中
time
国式现代化。
enjoys its own characteristics. That's why we call it the
20大报告
Chinese
系统地阐述
modernization.
了中国式现代化的
The
五大特
report
征。
this year systemically elaborated on the
那么第一
five
呢，是中国
distinctive
式现代
features
化
of
是
the
人口
Chinese
规模最大的
modernization.
现代化。
First, it is the
14亿
modernization
多
of a
人口
huge
的规模，
population. China has a population
资
of
源、
over
环境条
1.4
件的这个
billion.
约束很大，
and limited conditions on resources and environment. This is China's national conditions, which determine that China cannot follow the development path of other countries, and that China must has its own way of advancing and achieving modernization. The modernization of such a huge population faces unprecedented complexities, and once achieved, will also enjoy unprecedented significance and influence. Modernization of such a scale will be a huge contribution to the human society. It is a great responsibility. Second, it is the modernization of common prosperity for all. This is determined by the essence of socialism with Chinese characteristics. Polarized wealth distribution is not acceptable. We must help all people live a good life and let them all have the opportunity to enjoy modernization through their hard work and enjoy national development through their due contribution. No one or group should be left out. Of course, common prosperity is not egalitarianism, nor robbing rich to pay poor. It is a process of letting those who get rich first to help others catch up. Meanwhile, common prosperity is a long historical process which cannot be achieved overnight. We'll stay firmly to the goal, and since the 18th CPC National Congress, China's efforts to lift almost 100 million rural population out of poverty is a good case in point. Third, it is the modernization of material and cultural ethical advancement. One of the shortcomings of the other country's modernization is the overexpansion of materialism. A solid material basis and the great abundance of material goods is, of course, an inalienable part of modernization. However, in the modern society, without a healthy spiritual pursuit and a rich life, people with material enjoyment alone will only become what the sociologists call one-dimension man. The rich and colorful human diversity will then degrade to a simple obsession of material wants. This is a tragedy for humanity. China does not favor such an option. We want both material abundance and cultural and ethical enrichment, or in other words, people's well-rounded development. Fourth, it is the modernization of harmony between humanity and nature. In the world history of modernization, we see a common problem of environment damage caused by industrialization and urbanization. China has made similar mistakes. However, after the party's 18th National Congress, China reversed the trend of pollution and brought historic, transformative, and overall changes to environment protection. General Secretary Xi Jinping's statement of "green is gold" enjoys broad public support and has been integrated into China's system, policies, and culture. China will continue to follow and uphold sustainable development. Fifth, it is the modernization of peaceful development. China will not tread the old path of war, colonization, and plunder taken by some countries. Will always hold the banners of peace, development, cooperation, and mutual benefit. This is decided by our system and culture. The path of peaceful development serves the fundamental interest of China. We'll continue to follow this path, and we hope other countries will also pursue peaceful development. As for the question of whether China intends to export this development model, I think China's position has been consistent and clear. That is, China does not intend to export its model to other countries. China firmly opposes any country of imposing its development model on China and never exports the Chinese model. Still less does China ask other countries to copy the Chinese practice. The efforts of each country to find its own modernization path in line with their own national conditions should be respected. China's position that Chinese modernization offers humanity a new choice for achieving modernization is a voice of support for diversity of human civilization and an attitude advocating exchanges and mutual learning among countries and civilizations. If the international community are willing to learn from China's experience, will share unreservedly and objectively. And at the same time, China is eager to learn and study the experience of other countries. Thank you.
好，下一个问题，
Next question, please.
请中区3排左侧这位记者。
好的，谢谢主持人。总台央视记者提问。
CCTV.
那党的20大报告提出要实施科技兴国的战略，强化现代化建设的人才支撑。
invigorate China through science and
在
education
内容
and
安
the
排上，
workforce
这与以往的党代会报告有所不同。
to support
它把教
development.
育、科技、人才放
This
在
is
了
a
同一
different
个
layout
部
compared
分
with
去
the
讲。
previous
对此大
reports.
家都很关注。请问这样
And
的
for
安
the
排体
first
现了
time,
什么样的战
the
略意
content
图？
about
谢谢。
education, science, and talent are in single paragraphs.
这个问题，请
What strategic
穆总
intention is behind such a layout? Thank you.
谢谢您的提问。的确
I'll invite Mr. Mu
科教
to
兴
answer
国
this
战略、
question.
人才强国战略、创
Thank
新
you
驱
for
动
your
战略
question.
都是党中央提出
The
的，需要
strategy for
长期坚持的。
invigorating China
国家的
through
重大
science
战
and education, the
也都是
workforce
事关
development
现代
strategy,
化
and the
建设、高
innovation-driven
质量发
development
展的
strategy are all
关键问
major
题。
national strategies put
立
forward by
足
the
新时代
CPC
新
Central
征程
Committee
的
that must be
历史
held
使命，
in the long
党
run.
中央从突出
Bearing
创
in
新
mind the historic mission
在
of the
现代化
party
建设
in the new
全局
era,
中的
the
核心地位
CPC
出发，
Central Committee
将科技教育人
highlighted
才放在20
the
大报告第
centrality
5部分
of
进
innovation
行
in China's modernization drive and used
集中的表
Part
达。
5 to focus on
如
discussing
您所
science
说，
and
过去
technology,
党代
education
会的
and
报告
talent.
中，这个科技
As
啊，
you
一般
said
是
in the previous
安排
party
在
Congress reports,
经济建设中。
science and technology were usually
教育
included
呢，
in the
一般是安
paragraphs
排
of
在社会
economy,
建设中，人才
education
呢
in
是安排
social
在
development
党的建
and
设中。
talent in party building.
党的20大报告按
The
照
report
习
this
近
year
平总书记关于系统观念的要求，
In line with
第一次把
the
这3大战略啊摆放在一起，
concept of system
是一
put
个创
forward
新，
by General Secretary Xi
有其深
Jinping
意。
for the first time,
这一新的摆布
puts
啊，
the three
既
strategies
坚持
together.
了教育、科技、人才
and it
是
is
全
a
面
new
建设
endeavor
社
in
会
line
主义
with
现
the
代化国
updated
家的
trend.
基础
The new
性、
layout
战略性的支撑。
outlines that
又强调了
education, science, and
三者之
technology
间
and
的
human resources
有机
are the
联系。
fundamental
通
and
过
strategic
协同
pillars for
配
building a
合
modern socialist country in all
系统集成
respects, and
共同
emphasizes
塑
the
造
links
发展
between the
的
three
新动
strategies,
能
which, through
新优势。
coordination and integration, could lend new
这
impetus
3
to
大战
driving
略共同
development.
服务于创新型国
The
家的
three
建设。
strategies all
一
serve
是
to build China
要
into one
坚
of the
持
world's
教育的
leading
优先发展，
innovators. First,
全面贯彻党的教育
give
方针，
priority
落
to
实
the development of
立德树人
education.
的根本任务，
Will
培
fully
养
implement
德
the
智体
party's
美劳
educational
全面发
policy,
展的
carry out the
社
basic
会主义
task of
建设
fostering virtue
接
through
班人，
education, and nurture a new generation of
坚持
capable young
以人
people
为位，
with sound
以
moral
人民为中
grounding,
心，
intellectual
发展
ability,
教育，
physical vigor,
加快
aesthetic
建设高质量
sensibility,
的教
and
育
work
体系，
skills who will fully
促
develop
进教育
socialism
公
and carry
平，
forward the socialist
促
cause.
进人的全面发展，
Will move faster to
提
build a
高
high
国民
quality
整体
educational
素质。
system and promote fairness in
二是
education
坚持创新驱动，
and the overall
健全
quality
新型
of
举
the
国体制，
nationals, the all-round development of the
加
people.
强基础研究，
Second, uphold
推进
innovation-driven
关键核心
development.
技术攻关
Will improve the
和
new
自主
system
创
for
新，
mobilizing resources nationwide,
完善科
strengthen
技
the
创新
basic
体，
research, and
加
spur
快实现
breakthroughs and
高
original
水平的
innovation
科
on core
技自立
technologies in
自
key
强。
fields. Will improve the
三是
innovation
坚持
system and
人
strive
事
for
地
greater
利资源，
technological self-reliance and
完善
strength.
人才的战略布局，
Third,
加快
talent
建
is the
设
primary
国家
resource.
战略人才力量，深化
Will
人才发展的
improve the
体制机制
strategic
改革，
distribution of human resources,
培
speed
养
up
造就
efforts to
大
build
批
a
德
contingent of
才兼
personnel
备
with
的高
expertise
素
of
人才，
strategic importance, and further
具
reform
天
the
下
systems
英
and
才而
mechanisms
用
for
之。
talent development so as to cultivate a
请继续
large
提问。
workforce of high-quality talent. Thank you. Next question, please.
请东区第4排这位记者提问。
Thank you. NBC. We are hearing China's campaign for common prosperity and against disorganized expansion of capital. But on the other hand, we're also witnessing China's roaring economic growth seemingly coming to an end, with reports of high unemployment, especially among the youth, and escalating U.S. trade and technology control measures that could suppress China's growth. So given, based on the printed Congress, what is the principal contradiction here that China should tackle first? Growing the economic pie bigger and faster, or dividing the economic pie more fairly? Of course, both are important, but which one should be prioritized? Thank you.
美国全国广播公司提问：中国一方面提倡共同富裕，反对资本的无序扩张，但同时我们也看到中国经济的高速增长势头似乎有停止的迹象。有报道称，中国失业率，特别是青年失业率高。美国不断升级贸易和技术措施，将进一步阻碍中国的发展。根据各位对20大报告的理解，哪方面将是中国首先需要解决的主要矛盾？是更快地做大经济蛋糕，还是确保经济蛋糕的公平分配？在两者都很重要的前提下，哪一个更应该被优先考虑？谢谢。
这个问题，请江金泉同志回答。
谢谢这位记者先生。
I thank you for this question. This is a very good question. I would say common prosperity is a shared aspiration of all humanity, but it's going to be a difficult process to fully deliver it. As you said, when we need to have a big pie, while at the same time distribute the pie in a fair and sound manner. We believe it is more difficult to achieve common prosperity in a capitalist society because capital goes after profits. And in our socialist society, we focus on following aspects of common prosperity. First of all, the common prosperity of all our people is an integral part of socialism with Chinese characteristics. It is an important part of modernization in Chinese way, and it is also a long-term goal of the CPC. Socialism with Chinese characteristics, modernization with Chinese characteristics, both of them have the intrinsic part of delivering common prosperity for our people. Our party, in its efforts to lead the people to develop the country, the purpose is to let our people lead a better life. The report has fully expounded on this aspect. And my second point is how we are to achieve common prosperity. We've been exploring the past. After the reform and opening up, we encouraged certain areas and certain social groups to become rich first, with the purpose of helping the others to catch up and ultimately realize common prosperity. During the past decade, since we entered the new era, we have put more focus on poverty eradication. And we have lifted all our people out of abject poverty. So these, I believe, are concrete progress of moving toward common prosperity. And through poverty eradication, we have already laid a good basis for common prosperity across the country. My third point, common prosperity is to be delivered when we can properly handle the relationship between making the cake and dividing the cake. You first need to have the cake to divide it. We need to make a good and big cake if we are to divide the cake in a sound and fair manner. It means we will continue to focus on economic development. Development is the paramount task of the party. We will pursue high-quality development, and through joint efforts of all our people, we are going to have a big cake. At the same time, we shall protect and improve people's livelihoods in the process of development. We will keep distribution according to work as the mainstay, with multiple forms of distribution coexisting alongside it, and we will build an institutional framework under which primary, secondary, and tertiary distribution are well coordinated and mutually complementing. We will also raise the share of personal income in the distribution of national income and give more weight to work remuneration in primary distribution. We will improve the policy system for distribution based on factors of production, keep income distribution and means of wealth accumulation well regulated. So through all these methods, we shall prevent polarization of social wealth. My fourth point, common prosperity is going to be a long historical process. We must not rush, nor shall we stand still. We need to focus on national realities, follow the laws of development of the economy and society, further liberate and develop social productivity, continue to accumulate social wealth, and steadily improve people's livelihoods. We must not stand still, means we shall take effective measures, put in place enabling conditions, improve the system, and gradually narrow the wealth gap. So, in the process of development, the distribution issues shall also be properly handled, so that our people will truly and effectively feel the benefit of common prosperity. My fifth point, as you also somehow mentioned in your questions, we feel it is important to keep overall economic performance stable and maintain the sound momentum of growth. We need to continue to do a good job in combating COVID pandemic while stabilizing economy and ensuring security. We shall stabilize economic performance on 6 fronts and protect people's livelihoods, address outstanding issues, and effectively diffuse risks of all kinds. I think it's fair to say that Chinese economy has done pretty well, actually, since the beginning of the COVID pandemic. And the COVID has affected all economies in the world. Against such backdrop, our growth rate has lowered somewhat against previous years. But the overall positive fundamentals remain. We will continue to prioritize employment, expand real economy, actively support SMEs, do our level best to create more jobs and opportunities for startups. We will particularly well handle the job creation for college graduates and encourage all our people to create a happy life through their hard work. This is my answer. Thank you.
请西区2排这位男记者。
谢谢主持人。法制日报全媒体记者提问：党的20大报告在完善社会治理体系中多次提到了基层，可见对基层社会治理的高度重视。
Community level governance has been mentioned for a couple of times.
社会治理有什么
What will be done to improve and further update community level governance?
同志回答。谢谢法制日报记者的提问。
I thank you for this question.
习近平总书记强调，
General Secretary Xi
基层
Jinping
强
has
是国家强，
stressed that
基层安
primary governance
则
is
天下安。
important for the
基
governance
层
of the
是
country.
社会治理的最
Indeed,
前端，
the
最前
community
沿，
level is at the frontier of
是中
social
国自治
governance.
的根基。
It is
我
fundamental
们
for
加
the
强
governance of the whole
创
country.
新基层社会治理，
We will continue to
最
improve
关
and
键的就是要
update community level social
坚持
governance,
和
and
发展
the
新
key
时代的枫桥经
is
验，
to apply and further develop the
最大
Fengqiao
程度
model
地
for promoting
防范
community level governance in the new
化解
era. We
不
shall
类风险矛盾
diffuse risks at the
解决在
primary
基
level
层，
and when
解
they
决在
first
萌芽
emerge
状态。
as much as we can.
我体会，加强和
To my
创新
understanding,
基层社
to
会治理，
strengthen and
要着重在
innovate
以下
community
几个
level
方面
governance,
下功夫：
we need to
一是要在打击
redouble our
上下功
efforts
夫，
on the following 6
要
fronts.
结合
First,
基
combating
层
crimes
社会
is
治安
important.
的形式特点，
It's important to crack
依
down
法
on
打击
the various
人民群
illegal
众反映
and criminal
最
activities
突出的
that cause
违法犯罪，
grave public concern.
始终保持严打高压的
The
态势，
tough line on such
坚持
activities shall
路
be
头就打，
maintained,
坚持
and these
打倒
activities
打小，
shall be
确实
cracked down whenever they
维护
first
人民群
emerge.
众的
And this is
生命财产
an
安全。
important way for us to ensure
二是
people's
在化解上
the
下功夫，
safety and security
进一
of
步
people's lives and their
畅
property.
通和
Second,
规范
diffusing risks
人
is
民群
important.
众
We need to
表
ensure
达诉求、
that we have open
利益协调、
and
权
regular
杖、权益
channels
保障的通道，
for
健全
learning
矛
about
盾
people's
与战
complaints,
士多元化
to
解决
coordinate
机
their
制，
interests, to
努力做
protect
到
their rights and
小
interests.
事不出村，大事
For
不出
instance,
政，
those small
矛盾不散
distributions
角。
shall be addressed at
三是
the
在
village
管理
or even
上
county
下功
level
夫，
instead of being
进一步完善
taken forward
网格
to
化的
the upper
管理机
levels
制，
of the government.
加
Third,
强重点行
governance
业
is
领域的管
important.
理，
We need to
及时
build
发
up
现处
the
理
grade-based
风险
management
隐患
mechanism,
和苗头性问题，
strengthen governance
事实在
in
服务
key
上下功
sectors,
夫，
and
进一
timely
步推进
identify
基层
and
公共服务均
resolve
等化，
all types of risks
创
and
新服务
potential
方式，
problems.
提升服务效
Fourthly,
能，
public service is
做到
important.
普
We
惠
need to
均
ensure
等，
our people have equal
便捷
access
高
to
效
the basic public services,
智能精准。
improve government functions,
五是在疏导
and
上
deliver
下功夫，
universal benefits to our people.
进一步完
And
善
fifthly,
心
prevention
理
is
疏导
important.
和危机干预机制，
It is
培育
critically
自
crucial
尊
for
自
us to
信、
set up the
理
right
性平
mechanisms
和、
to
积极
encourage
向善的
all our
社
people
会
to
心态
have， high self-esteem,
严防个
self-confidence,
人极端
and
暗事
address
件发生。
difficult issues in a calm and
六
reasonable
是
manner.
在群防上
And
下功
sixthly,
夫，
we need to rely
进一步
on
发
our
展
people.
壮大
We shall
群防
continue
群治的力量
to，
弘扬见义勇为的
expand
精神，
the
完善
people-based mechanisms
奖励
to
保
address
障政
risks,
策，
and
让
we
见义
shall
勇为
reward
见义
those who
重
have the
为
courage
成为
to
新时代的
rise to
社
the
会风尚。
occasion
谢谢。
in maintaining public order.
请继续提问，
That is my answer. Thank you.
请东区一排这位女记者。
好，谢谢主持人，新华社记者。刚才我们也提及到，在报告的
Xinhua News
第二部
Agency.
分对理论创
As
新
you
做了
mentioned
6
in
个
the
必须
second
坚
part
持的
of the
总结。
report,
这是
there
过去
are
没有过的
6
新概
important
括。那
principles
么我的
to
问题是，
keep
我们
to.
应该具体如何去理
How
解这6个必须
we
坚持？
shall
谢谢。
understand these 6 important
这个问题
principles. Thank you.
请孙叶礼同志回答。
好，谢谢新华社记者的提问。
I thank you for this question.
这6个必须坚持非常重要。
These 6 abiding
习近平新时代
principles
中国
are
特色社会
indeed
思想
very
立
important.
场观
They
点
are
方
well
法
represented in the Xi
每条
Jinping
都
thought
有深厚
on
的
socialism with Chinese
比如
characteristics.
坚持人民至上，
Each and every one of them
这首先是一种立场
has
和态度，
profound
体现
meaning.
了我
For
们党的
instance,
性质和
the
宗旨。
people-centered approach.
同
This
时也
is
体现了
about an attitude,
我们党
a
作为
position of the
马克思
party.
主义之
It
母
represents the character
对理论
and
创新规
founding
律
purpose of the
认识
party. It is also a thrust
历史是人
in
民
the
抗法
theoretical innovation of the CPC as a Marxist party. The history is created by the people. People's creative efforts are the constant source of theoretical innovation of the party. So our party's theories are from the people. They are to serve the people. Our party, as a party that focuses on serving the people, certainly will have its theories to be beneficial to the people. General Secretary Xi Jinping has made this quite clear. To sum up, our theories are endorsed by the people, they are for the people, and they are beneficial to the people. The Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics actually fully epitomizes such people-centeredness. Take, for example, self-confidence and global vision. We have confidence in our system, our past, our culture. We uphold cultural awareness and we never blindly copy others. Meanwhile, we have the global vision. We do our best to contribute China's share in addressing the common issues facing the humanity. We have the broad-mindedness to draw upon all the fine fruits of human civilization. These are two aspects that are closely interconnected. Without self-confidence, no civilization and no culture can stand on its own. Still less can it effectively draw from the best of other cultures. With mutual learning of civilizations and cultural communication, with openness and inclusiveness, can people and nations enhance self-vigor and better develop themselves. The CPC is keenly aware of this. Another example is the problem orientation. The CPC does not talk the talk, but always walk the walk. We stress the importance of combining knowledge with practice. We apply theories for the purpose of addressing real and concrete issues. And in addressing issues, we enhance our knowledge about the laws of development, enrich our theories, take issues head-on, and face up to problems. And in this process, in turn, we forge new thoughts, new thinking, and new methods. And it is in such process that the Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics in the new era has been formed and developed. 10 years ago, we made big accomplishments, but at the same time faced entrenched problems as well as emerging ones. And those include corruption, structural issues in the economy, degradation in the ecological environment, so on and so forth. And all those were serious issues, making quite many people worry about the future of the party and the country. The Central Party Committee, with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core, has since led the whole party, the whole military and people across the nation in resolutely and effectively resolving these issues and opening up new chapters in the development of the party and the country. And in this process, the Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics in the new era was established. Theories must be applicable and workable in realities. And the party always has this principle. This reflects our strong sense of responsibility to the people and to the country. Next question, please. At Phoenix TV, the question is about combating corruption. The report has made it clear that we need to win this entrenched and hard battle against the corruption. How will this be done? How can we make sure that officials will have no desire or audacity or opportunity to engage in corruption? Thank you.
好，这个问题请王建新同志回答。
Mr. Wang, please.
谢谢这位记者的提问啊。
Thank you for your question.
我来回答这个问题。这个全面从严治党啊
Full and rigorous self-governance is
党的自我革命的
a great
伟大实践。
practice of the party's self-reform in new era. Fighting corruption is a key part of it.
党的18大后啊，习近平总书
After
记
the 18th CPC National Congress, in his first speech at a plenary session of the CPC Central Commission for Discipline Inspection, that is the second plenary meeting of the 18th CPC Central Commission for Discipline Inspection, General Secretary Xi Jinping was emphatic. He said that dealing a heavy blow to corruption is a demonstration of our party's strength. There is no exception to party discipline and the laws of the land. No matter who may be implicated, investigations must be thorough and with no mercy. Over the past 10 years, as I said earlier, the CPC Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core decided that we should not fail the 1.4 billion Chinese people, even if it means offending a few thousand. Committed to this historic mission, we have carried out an unprecedented anti-corruption campaign. Discipline inspection and supervisory organs across the country have filed 4.648 million cases and punished 4.573 million officials, among them 553 were registered at and supervised by the CPC Central Committee. After this tough battle, we have successfully curbed the spread of corruption and secured an overwhelming victory and consolidated our gains. We have ensured that officials do not have the audacity, opportunity, or desire to become corrupt. We have opened a path of anti-corruption with Chinese characteristics. The CPC has been tempered through an extensive and profound revolution, and it has maintained its advanced nature and purity. Over the past 10 years in the new era, our anti-corruption campaign has been a splendid journey, producing great results, attracting worldwide attention. But the challenges remain tough. The battle against corruption is an existential one. We must advance, not retreat. We can only win, not lose. Therefore, we need to resolutely implement the plans made at the 20th CPC National Congress, maintain our overwhelming presence in this field, and take simultaneous, coordinated, and comprehensive steps to reduce the audacity, opportunity, and desire of officials to become corrupt, to win the protracted and tough battle against corruption. First of all, we need to improve the responsibility system for the party's leadership over anti-corruption. The party must exercise leadership over the whole link of the three-pronged strategy. We must clearly define the principal responsibilities for full and rigorous self-governance, play the role of political oversight, awareness, education, organization, conduct improvement, discipline, execution, and institutional development in tackling corruption to win the overall battle. Second, we will maintain our zero tolerance to oppose corruption and punish wrongdoing. We will always sound the bugle. Come down hard on corruption that involves both political and economic elements, resolutely prevent leading officials from acting for any interest group or power groups.
这个伪劣成为利益集团或权势团体的代理人，坚决治理
crack down
政商勾
on
连
any
破坏
collusion
政治生
between
态
officials
和经济
and
发展
business people that
环境问题，
undermine the political ecosystem
绝不让
and all economic
党和人民
development.
赋
We
予的
will
权
not
利
allow the powers invested
变
in
成
us by the
为
party and
少
the
数人
people
谋利的工
to
具。
become tools for a few to make
第二一
profits.
点，那么第三一点呢，
Third,
就是要完
we
善
will
防止
improve the
腐败滋生
institutions
蔓
to
延的
curb the spread
体
of
制机制，
corruption.
要深化标本
We will
监制，
address both the
健
symptoms
全
and
管
root
权之
causes,
力的体制机
improve
制，
the mechanisms for the
完善
regulation of power
干部
and
考核
officials. We will
评价
improve the
体系，
system for assessing officials'
抓住
performance,
政策制定、
focusing on the key
决策
powers,
程序、
including decision-making,
审批
policy
监管、
making,
执法、司
approval,
法等关键权利，
oversight,
那
and
么严
enforcement
格
and administration
职责
of
权
law.
限，
We will clearly
强化
define the scope of
权力制约，
responsibilities, strengthen
要把
checks over
查办违
powers.
纪违法案件呢，
As
从发现问
we
题，
handle
推动
the
整改，
violations of law and
深化
disciplines,
改
we will
革，
also uncover problems,
完善制
urge
度，结合起
correction,
来，
deepen
不断提
reform,
高
and improve the
治
whole
理腐败的
system to
效率。
make our work more efficient and
这是第
effective.
三一点啊。那么第四一点呢，
Fourth,
是要
we
健
will
全党
build
统一领导、全面覆
an
盖、
oversight
权
system
威
that
高效
is
的监
total
督体
coverage,
系，
authoritative,
持
and
续深
highly
化
effective under the
党和国
leadership
家
of the
监督
party.
体制改
We
革，
will deepen the reform
以
of
党
the
内监督为
oversight
主
system
导，
of the party and
促进各
country,
类监督啊，
take
力量
inter-party
整合，
oversight as the mainstay, promote,
工作人口，
generate great synergy between
打
various
通
forms of
各类监
oversight,
督啊，
remove
贯通
barriers
协调的
to
堵
their
点，
coordination,
强化对权力监督的全
and
覆盖，
ensure
和有
total
效性。
coverage and effective oversight
第
of
五一点啊，
power.
也是最后一点，
Fifth, and
就是完善
my
一体
last
推
point
进的
is to
有效载
find
体
more vehicles and
和实
ways
践途径，
for the
打通三部
integrated
曲，
approach to
内在
the
联系，
three-pronged
探
strategy
索三者
to make the
贯
three
通
parts
融
more
合的
interconnected
有效载体，
and integrated,
使严厉惩治、
to allow tough
规范
punishment,
权力、
regulation
教
of
育引导
powers, and awareness
能够协
education
调
work
联
in
动，
concert.
更
We
好
will
地发
focus
挥啊
more to
信仰、
allow
信念
convictions
的
and
引领作用，
ideals to play a
提高
leading
党性觉
role,
悟，
increase
涵养
officials'
廉洁
party
文化，
awareness and nourish in
筑牢
a culture
治
of
腐防
integrity,
变的
and strengthen the
思想
defense
堤坝。
barriers against
我就说这
corruption
些，
and moral
谢谢。
decline. Thank you.
好，请继续提问。西区100这位女记者。
谢谢中国日报提问。
China Daily. The report says that China will improve the systems for exercising full and rigorous self-governance. This is the first time to be mentioned in the party's National Congress. How to understand this point?
这个问题请唐邦玉同志回答。
谢谢这位记者朋友，你说的很对。
Thank you.
党的20大报告提出
You are right. In
健全
mentioning
全面从严
this
治党
point,
体
the
系的要
report
求，
says that we need to improve the
这在
systems for exercising
党的
full and rigorous
全
self-governance.
国代表大会
This
报告
is
当
the
中
first time
是
for this to be
首次。
mentioned in the report of the
我
party's
理解啊，
National
这是
Congress.
强化
This
管党治
is
党
a
全面
major
系统
step
布局、协
in
同高效推
strengthening
进
the
的一
overall
个
plan of work
重大举措
in。party governance and promote coordinated
我
and
们党
effective
作为长期执政的马
progress.
克思主
The
义政党，
CPC is
或
the
世界上第一
largest
大政党，
Marxist governing party in the
党的
world.
远大目标和历史
It has
使命，
grand goals and historic
党的队伍
missions.
的
It has a large
庞
team
大规模和广泛
covering a
分布，
wide geographic
党
area.
面临的
It faces
重大风险和严峻
significant
挑战，
risks and tough
都
challenges.
决定
All of this makes
只有
it
整体
necessary
的
that we
而
work
不
in
是
a
局部的，
holistic, not
系
localized,
统的而不是
a
零碎的，
systematic, not
持久
piecemeal,
的而不
and
是短暂
a
的，
sustained,
高
not
标准
ephemeral,
的
and
而
high
不是一
standard,
般化的
not mediocre way
全面从严
to
治党，
strengthen the party's
形成一个
self-governance.
布局
We
合
need a
理、
well
内容科学、
conceived,
要素
unified,
齐备、
and
统一高效
efficient
的
system for
全面从严
our
治党
work
体
that
系，
has the right
这样
content
才能
and
把
all
我
the
们党
necessary
建设好。
elements. Only in this way can we build our party
长
better.
期以来，
For a long
伴
time,
随着
as
我
our
们党
party
从小到
grows
大由弱变强，
bigger and stronger,
党的建设
the system
在探索实践中 可以说也是
of
不断的
party
在
development has
体系化
also
的推进。
been strengthening.
特别是党的
Since
18
the
大以
18th
来，
CPC National
以
Congress
习
in
近平同志
particular,
为
the
核心的
CPC
党
Central
中央，
Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at
在
its
管
core
党治党上更
is more
加注
focused on
重
taking a
整体推
holistic
进
and coordinated
协同发力。
approach in party governance.
现在
Now we
我们
have
在管党治党上有系统的理论指导，
systematic
特别是
theoretical
习近平新时
guidance,
代中国特色社会主义思想的科学思想，
especially Xi Jinping thought on socialism
有
with
完
Chinese
善的任务布
characteristics.
局
We have a well
最主要就是
laid out plan
以党的政治建设为统领，
that is to focus
全
on the
面加
political
强
development of the party
思想建设、
and strengthen
组织建设、作风
awareness,
建设、纪律建设，
organization, party
把制
conduct,
度建设
and
贯穿其
discipline,
中，深入开展反腐败斗争，
and to fight corruption.
有健全的制度设计。
We also have
我们现
strong
行的有效的党内
institutions
法
in
律近
place.
4000部，
We have nearly
有配
4,000
套的工
pieces
作
of
抓手，
inter-party regulations and laws,
我们
and
有
we
计
also have
划、高
instruments
质
to
量
carry
的
out our work.
吸收、补充党的新鲜血
We are
液，
taking in new members in a
开展党内集中
planned
教育，
and orderly way. We are
进行
carrying out
系统
inter-party
化的
awareness
培
campaigns
训，
and carrying out
强
training,
化党内监督，特别是对各级领导干部的
strengthening
监督，
inter-party oversight, especially
加强
over
党建工
leading
作的考
officials,
核评价，
and we're improving
持
assessment
续
of party
正风肃纪、
officials,
反腐等等，
improving party
有配
conduct,
套的工作
and
抓手。
tackling corruption.
可
All
以
of
说
this we have
我
developed
们已经
instruments
形
and
成了一个比
methods.
较成熟的
So we have
全
put
面
in
从严治
place
党
a
体系。
relatively mature system for
当然
the， full and rigorous
全
governance,
面从严治
self-governance
党
of the
永远在
party.
路上
Well, of course, this is a never
健
ceasing
全全面从严治党
endeavor.
体系，
To carry
要
out
紧
our
扣
work in the future, we
落
will
实党的
focus
20大
closely
关
on
于
implementing
全
the
面从严治党的
strategies
战略部
laid
署，
out at the 20th National
进一步的
Congress
加强
and to
谋
make
划和实施。
better plans
我认为
and
有
be
3
more
点
effective in implementation.
特别重
3
要。
points are of particular
一是
importance. First of all,
要做
total
到
coverage
领域、过程、对
throughout
象全覆盖。
our whole process.
也就是说，
That is to say, we
我们首
must
先
be
要在全面上下功夫，
comprehensive in our
继续
work.
拓展
We need to
从严治党
expand
的
the
广
breadth and
度
depth
和
of
深度，使各
rigorous
领域
self-governance
相互
so
协
that
同，
all
各环
areas
节
work
紧密
in
衔接，
concert and all
避免
links are
出现
closely interconnected.
缺项漏项，
And we do not
彻底
have
消除死角
any
盲区，
gaps
切
in
实
our
把
work.
所
And
有
all
党员
party
和党组
members
织
and organizations are
管
under
好、
strict
管住。
supervision.
第二一点特
The
别重要，就
second
是
point
要做到
is
教育
to
制度监督齐发力，
produce combined effect from
也就是说
education and
要在年
institutional
上
oversight.
持
That
续用
is
力，
to say, we need to
让
maintain
各项
rigor
措
in
施
our
手段
work
同时
to
发力、
allow
对症发
various
力，形成
means
活力，
to work together
切实
and
做
in the
到
same
真
direction
管真严、
and produce
敢管敢
combined
严、
effect to
常
enforce
管常
rigorous
严。
political discipline through genuine,
第
brave,
三
and
一点特
constant
别重要的
efforts.
就是
The
要
third
努
is
力做到
to
标准、质量、效果共提升，
improve standards,
也就是说要
quality,
在
and
治上
impact.
多谋实招，
That is to take
采
more
取标
concrete
本兼
steps
治
in governance,
针
address
对性
both
更
the
强的举
symptoms
措，
and root
真抓
causes,
实干，
take more
为求实效，
targeted measures to produce
实
real
现党的建设
impacts
高
and
质量发
promote
展。
the high standard
谢谢。
party building. Thank you.
由于时间关系啊，最后一个提问，
One last question, please.
请东区5排这位记者。
Thank you. I am Wael Mohammed from Radio Algeria. We have noticed from the report to the 20th CPC National Congress citing that to pursue green development and promote harmony between humanity and nature when planning the development, this is an important strategic issue for China. How to ensure the efficient execution of this strategy? Thank you.
我是阿尔及利亚国家广播电台的记者。我们了解到，这次党代会报告中提出，要站在人与自然和谐共生的高度谋划发展。这对中国来说是一个重大战略问题。怎么确保这一战略得到有效实施？
这个问题，请穆宏同志回答。
Mr. Mu Hong will take this question.
您这个问题提得很好。党的20大报告明确
You have raised a
提
very good
出，
question.
站在人与自然和谐共生的高度
Indeed,
来谋划发展，
maintaining harmony between
这是
humanity
高
and
质量
nature
发展
when
的
planning
内在
development
要求。
is one of the defining
中
features
国式
of
现代化的一个重要特征
Chinese
就是
modernization.
人与自然和谐共生。刚才孙业礼先生已经在部分谈到了这个
And
问题，
Mr. Sun has
我愿意
already
再补充一些
shed
情况。
light on this issue.
过
And
去
I
10年
will
来，
say
我
a
们坚
few
持
more
绿水
words
青
on
山
it.
就是金山银山的理念，生态环境发生了
In the
历
past
史性
decade,
转
the
折性
principle of
全局性
grain
的
is
变
gold
化。
has led to historic, transformative,
祖国
and
的
overall
天更
changes
蓝
in ecological and
山更绿
environment
水更
protection,
青，
and has brought us
这是人
bluer
民群
skies,
众
greener
感
mountains,
受
and
最
clearer
直接的
waters.
巨大变化之一。
This is one of the most direct
全国
changes the
细颗
people
粒
has
物
felt
平
over
均
the
浓
past
度下
decade.
降达到
The
34.8%。
national PM 2.5 average
地级以
density
上
has
城
dropped
市
by
的优良天数比例
34.8%.
增加到
The percentage of days with good air quality
87.5%。
was increased to
单位国内生产总
87.5% in
值
cities
能耗
at
强
and
度
above
累
the
计下降
prefecture level. The
26.4%。
energy consumption per unit
我
of
们以
GDP
年
has
均
dropped
3%的能源消费总数，支
26.4%,
持了年均
and China's
6.6% 的
6.6%
经济
annual
增长。
average growth rate was supported by only
万元工
3%
业增
annual
加值用
increase in
水量
energy
下降
consumption.
55%，主要资源产出率提升
The water
58%。
consumption per 10,000 yuan of
可以说，
industrial
绿色转
added
型的
value
成
has
效
dropped by
十分显著。
55%, and the output rate of major
国
resources
土
has
空间规
increased by
划进一步
58%.
优化，以
The
国家
outcome
公
of
园
green
为主体
transition
的
is
自然
significant.
保护地体系
We
建
have also
设
further
取得
improved the
重大的
planning
进
of the
展。
territorial space. The
以共
national
抓大保
park-based
护为导
nature
向
reserve
的
system
长
has
江经济
achieved
带
major
发展战略，
progress. Strategies
黄河
on the
流域
development
生
of
态
the
保护
Yangtze
和高质
economic
量发
belt
展
and
战略
ecological
深入推
conservation
进，
and high-quality
这
development of
些
the
实
Yellow
实在
River
在的
have
行动
deepened.
和成效，
These
给
concrete
人民群众
results
带
have
来
given
了
the people
实
a
实在
stronger
在
sense
的
of
获得
fulfillment
感。
and a
两山理论更
deeper
加深入人心。
understanding of the principle of green is gold.
生态文明建设是关乎中华民族永续发展的根本大计，
Ecological conservation
必
concerns
须
the
坚持
fundamentals of the
可持续的
sustainable
发展，
development of the
更加
Chinese
自觉
nation.
地推进绿色发展、
We must
循环发展、
advance
低碳
green,
发展，
circular, and low carbon
坚决
development
走生产发展
and、
生活富裕、
pursue a
生态
model
良
of
好的
sound
文明
development
发展之
featuring
路。
improved production, higher living standards,
党
and
的20
healthy
大报告对
ecosystems.
此也做出了系统
The
的部署。
report to the party's
一
20th
是加
National
快发展
Congress
方
has
式
made
的
the
绿
following
色转
plans.
型，
First,
加快推动
accelerating the
产业
transition
结
to a
构、
model of green
能源结构、
development. We
交
must
通运输
work
结构
faster
等优
to
化、
adjust and
调整，
improve the industrial structure,
实施
the energy
全面的
mix,
节约战
and
略，
the composition
倡
of
导
the
绿色
transportation
消费，
sector. We'll
推动
implement a
形成绿色
comprehensive
低碳
conservation
的
strategy,
生产方式和生活
encourage
方式。
green consumption, and promote
二
green
是
and
深
low
入
carbon
推
ways
进
of
环
production
境
and life.
污染的防治，
Second,
强调
intensifying
精
pollution
准治污、
prevention and control.
科学治污，
We'll continue to control pollution in a
持续深
lawful,
入
targeted,
开展
science-based way,
蓝天碧水
and
净
make
土保卫战，
further efforts to keep
推
our
进城
skies
乡
blue,
人居
waters
环境
clear,
不断
and
的改
lands
善，
clean.
健全
The
现
living
代环境
environments
治
in
理
both
体系。
urban and rural areas will be
三是
improved,
提
and
升
more
生
will
态
be
系
done
统
to
多样性、
modernize the
稳
environmental
定性、
governance system.
持续性，
Third, enhancing
加快重
diversity,
要生态系
stability,
统
and
的保护和修
sustainability
复，
in our ecosystems.
实
We'll
施生物
carry
多样
out
性保
major
护重大
projects
工程。
for preserving and restoring key
四是积极稳
ecosystems
妥推
and
进
for
碳
protecting
达峰、
biodiversity.
碳中和，
Fourth,
协同推
working
进
actively
降碳、
and
减
prudently
污、
toward the goals of
过滤、
reaching peak
增长，
carbon emissions and carbon
完
neutrality.
善能源消费总量和强度的
Will
调控，
exercise better control
重点
over the
控制
amount and intensity
化
of
石能源
energy
消费，
consumption,
逐步转向
particularly
碳
of
排放总
fossil
量和强度
fuels, and
双控制，
transition gradually toward controlling
积极
both the
参与
amount and
应
intensity
对
of
气候
carbon
变化的
emissions.
全球治理，
Will take an active part in global governance on
实
climate
现
change.
人与自然和
The
谐共
harmony
生，
between man and
既
nature
是
is a
中国人民的课
topic
题，
for China
也是全人类
as well
面
as
临的课题。
for the whole world.
我们会集中力量做好自己的
We'll
事情，
focus on managing our own
也需要
affairs
国
well,
际社会
and
共
at
同
the
努
same
力。
time, we will look
谢谢。
forward to seeing the joint efforts of the international community.
谢谢六
Thank
位
you.
发布人。
谢谢各位记者朋友。
Thank you all for your
今天的新闻
participation.
发布会
That
到此结
concludes
束。
today's press conference. Thank you.